Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you born in the hour of the ox. So if you are an ox, this is a reading for you. We're just going to give these a quick shuffle up and then we're going to jump straight in there and see how your week has been. We just grab that escapee, stick him back in and give that a shuffle up. Right, let's see where we're at. Let's go with that, I think. Yeah, we'll take that one from the bottom. We'll take that one from the middle. We'll take that one from the top. What have we got? We got a black, white, white. Okay, not too bad. As I say, and I try to remind everybody when we pull these cards, the black isn't always an attack. The white isn't always all right. It all depends on the compatibility when we flip the cards. The compatibility between the ox and whatever is on the other side of these cards is what we're actually reading and how we assess this situation. The black is merely just saying things could be better, and the white there is, you know, things could be worse. We're straight away with the catalyst card, and I said this previously in the video just before for the rats. These catalyst cards keep popping up. They keep coming in recently, more and more. And I don't know if this is because there's a massive universal like shift that's happening, or you know, it's Mercury that's in retrograde, or it's because of the spring equinox and the change of seasons. But it seems like everybody recently is going through some sort of changes, some sort of catalytic moment. And as I've tried to sort of express before, it doesn't always mean that changes are going to be obvious. It doesn't mean that it's going to affect you. It's just things that you're going through, or things that are happening around you are creating changes that are moving different pieces in either opposite directions or in similar directions, same direction, doesn't matter. It's a catalytic moment for all in sort of in this context. So it could be affecting you, but it could be also affecting your husband or wife or your children or someone you work with or somebody that's close to you. You get my point. The boar and the ox, though, as compatible as they can be, it's only to a certain degree. We're also looking at a negative boar here, and as I say, it is a catalyst. If you want to know more about the catalyst triangle, then do hit the subscribe button, because we are going to be doing videos on that in the future. But that pig there, it's almost like a self-care one. It's almost like saying, like, you're not feeling yourself. You're feeling quite drained, and it might be a sickness, an illness that you're getting through, like a cold or a flu. Nothing permanent, nothing too bad or too I don't know, life-threatening, but it's definitely exhausting you. It could also be a sort of mental sort of exhaustion. It could be a kind of sort of like you've just overdone it, really. You've just overdone it. And maybe there's been some sort of interference, as I say, like a sickness that has just held you back. Mainly just recovery, really, is what this is kind of showing. Is like you've been getting through it, and as a workaholic almost, you know, you're quite dedicated and loyal to your commitments. So I don't think you've been able to rest properly. I don't think you've been able to actually, as I say, recover. And that's what you needed to do. This is what you've been needing to get done. I'm not saying that it is an illness or a sickness per se. It could just be just lack of sleep. It just could be that you're tired, or lack of iron, or something where you're just feeling a little bit, I don't know, bothered, agitated, a little bit like things could be better. You know, that things could be better. But we are moving from that into this white area. So this, I feel, has passed, and it is something that you've dealt with, and you've been dealing with it, and you've moved straight back to where you should be, feeling a bit more like yourself on that road to recovery. Yeah, feeling like you're not achieving something, but I'd say doing better. Just doing better. You're doing better. You're feeling better, which is good. This is good. You're feeling more like yourself. You're a deep thinker. The ox is part of the thinker triangle, and that's the second triangle, the affinity triangle. So we will be doing that next. So if you are interested, hit that subscribe button, especially if you want to know more about your own compatibilities with other signs, because the snake and the rooster are in your triangle as well. So there's, you know, special connections there. So if you do want to know more, then definitely hit that subscribe button. But you are a deep thinker, and you've got a lot of thinking to do. And I think that's what's happened here. You've been a bit drained, exhausted, tired, held back. So you haven't really been able to do much. But because you are committed and you are dedicated, you've still been thinking and worrying about getting stuff done and meeting quotas or deadlines, crossing things off the to-do list. You don't want to stop, and you haven't stopped by all accounts. You've just kept on going, and you've kind of battled through it, which is a typical ox thing to do, to battle through it and to just get it done regardless of how you're actually feeling. Yeah, you're feeling it. I don't want to say down and depressed or whatever, but I feel like you've been feeling held back, and now that door's open. Now you can move again. You can start to push forward. You can start to, again, just feel like you. Start to feel more like you. Feel like your old self before this, you know? I mean, you don't expect too much either way. When you start feeling exhausted, you don't expect things to change. When you're feeling all happy, you don't expect things to change. You just plod along at your own pace. It's a very admirable quality. But you cannot neglect your own self-care. You can't neglect things do happen. And I think you've had to push through, and you've come out the other side there because you've got things to do. And that dragon swooping in there, that's a karmic card there. We did a video recently on the affinity triangle, which the dragon is a part of the doers, but we will be doing a video in the future on the karmic cards, which are the dragon and the snake. And that dragon is the positive karmic sign. And I think that your hard work and your dedication, it's going to pay off. You're going to push through. It's a workable relationship with the dragon and the ox. They're both powerhouses of energy. They make a good team, and you are a good team member. You know, people have respect for you. People admire you. People do understand that you still push through despite feeling drained or held back or slow, you know, when you've been slowed down. You still persevere, and you are often than not quite triumphant with your pursuits because of your dedication. Some people would say that it's blunt stubbornness, but it is a level of dedication that not a lot of signs have or can boast about. That dragon is also very the same, very stubbornly dedicated and committed. And you've pushed through. You've pushed through, and now good things are starting to happen because you've been recognized, you've been noticed, you're being appreciated, you're being respected. People, as I say, admire your work ethic. They sort of rely on you, but not just for you to do the job and the work, but also because of the motivation and the inspiration that you push through with your work ethic, with the way you work, you know? I think really you feel you need to pull your own weight, and you are doing it sufficiently. You're doing it very well. You're holding yourself up. You're pushing through. You know, you don't expect help from others. It's appreciated, of course, but you don't expect it. And that's what makes you a formidable foe, because you're relentless. And even sickness or ill health or mentally, you know, being mentally exhausted or emotionally drained, these things are not going to stop you. And if anything does stop you, they're going to get the horns. And that dragon is pushing through here as that karmic card. And it's a good one, because the dragon shows that you have that strength to overcome this. You've gone from feeling rubbish and maybe, you know, slow and down and a bit held back, but you've flipped that around, and you've turned it into this opportunity to show your worth and continue regardless. And that's a great place to be. You should be very proud of yourselves, I do think. If you are finding yourself in a situation where you've had to, I don't know, hold yourself together despite the fact you feel you're falling apart, you should give yourself a round of applause, because you're definitely definitely holding yourself together very well right now. So congratulations on that one. I mean it. But we'll find out next week if you can continue this, and we'll find out where you are in a week's time when we come back and we do another reading for the ox people. We will be back tomorrow for a reading for the tiger and the rabbit people. So if you are just following along just to find out more, I will see you then. If not, I will see you next week when I come back and do another reading for you guys next Monday for you ox personalities. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.